Hi, Reading 100 students. How are you guys doing? I hope you're doing well. The purpose of this lesson is to go over our final objective for the course, which is the second part of logical fallacy. Okay, once you have watched this video, please complete the form, and that would be one of your final participation points for the semester. So I'm going to share my screen with you. This is logical fallacies part two. So the previous weeks, we looked at the first bunch of logical fallacies. We looked at ad hominem, we looked at straw man, we had false cause. Those are the logical fallacies that we went through. So this week, we're looking at four more, and then we are pretty much done. And there is a form that you fill out as you are watching this video, okay? So, just a quick recap, what are logical fallacies? We said that they are invalid arguments and they raise irrelevant points, okay? So, imagine you're arguing with somebody, okay, and then you are attacking their personality, or you are giving them a slippery slope, or you are giving them a false cause. Those are all logical fallacies. They do not support the conclusion, even if they sound pretty convincing, right? But it doesn't mean that they can actually support the idea. And they also introduce information that has no bearing on the issue whatsoever. So it's like debating with somebody who's debating the complete opposite of you, or they're not responding to your point. Okay. So let's look at the one that we've done before. We've done the ad hominem fallacy. You know, we said that this one is attacking the personal character. So when you are debating with somebody, you do not want to attack the personal character because that has got nothing to do with the point. All right. So this one you guys should actually know, and it was also on your quiz. The second one, the straw man fallacy, we said that this one exaggerates or distorts the opponent's argument into a weak version. Okay. Um, so that is one. Then we also have the slippery slope, okay? Saying that one action, if you do this one particular action, it will lead to series of actions and cause a disaster. That is a slippery slope. By the way, on each slide, I have given you an example of what that would look like, okay? Now, this is a new one that you haven't done. It's called the post hoc fallacy or false cause. It's saying that there's some form of a correlation. If I do this, then this has to happen. All right. For example, ever since they put up these solar panels last year, three small businesses have closed. It's clear that green energy is what's killing our local businesses. So it's saying that if they put up these solar panels, this has caused smaller businesses to go out of business. That is not true. Maybe they are going through an economical shift, right? Maybe the town is getting emptier. People are leaving the town, so there are no more customer, which obviously can slow any business down. So that is what we called a post hoc, is having a false cause, saying that one thing will lead to another. Okay, and there's no correlation to it. The other one is called the hasty generalization fallacy. It's making a huge conclusion, but you don't have enough evidence. Okay. For example, I wrote one here. I said, I met two students from that school and they were both rude. All students from that school must be disrespectful. That's a huge generalization, right? Um, and I'm sure being an AUIS students, many people make hasty generalization of AUIS. They maybe see one student driving a fancy car and they say, you see, only the rich kids go to that university. That is actually not true. It's incredibly false. We have a wide demographic of students, okay? A wide demographic of students. So that is called a hasty generalization. Then we have the either or fallacy. And this is pretty clear. It's like a false dilemma. It's like oversimplifying things, okay? You either with us on this environmental policy or you want the pan to die. There's no middle ground. It's like saying either the red pole or the blue pole. And the problem with this fallacy is that it's presenting only two options. It's making as if there's only two options are available, but that's not true. There could be multiple options available. Some people say you either are with hard cash or you with the card. Really? There's other things. There's Bitcoin. There's other ways, okay, of money circling around. So either or is presenting two possible options and acting as if those are the only alternatives that exist, where in reality, there are multiple ways, okay, of dealing with different things or to have a different opinion on a certain thing. Then we have the bandwagon fallacy. It's like saying that something must be correct or good simply because many people believe it or do it. Yeah, this is going to be interesting. And I can see this being like within the age of AI and humanoids. All celebrities are now purchasing robots. And all of a sudden, this whole idea of robots being good, it's all over the place. It's being advertised. So people are like, well, if celebrities are happy with having a robot, why can't an average citizen have it? That's called a bandwagon fallacy. Okay, if everybody says, "Oh well, this product is good, it must be good." Really? Have you done your own research? Have you checked that it's not good for everybody? It's the same with medication. Just because all doctors are pushing it doesn't necessarily mean it's good for everybody, and it doesn't necessarily mean it's good in the first place. Okay. We have learned that the hard way from pharmaceutical companies that they tend to push medicine for money, for profit, not necessarily because it's the best thing ever. Okay. So here's an example. Everyone is buying organic food now. It must be the healthiest option. You should too. Really? Poison is also organic. Just so that you know, we have poison and it's also organic. So does that make it good for us? No. So that's what it means with bandwagoning is jumping on what everybody's doing because you think that everybody's saying it's a good thing. Okay. Then this one is appeal to false authority. This one kind of could be like the bandwagon a little bit. The only difference is that authority, we're talking about people in higher up, people that we are looking up to, or systems, not just people, but systems, countries, people, etc. Okay. So, for example, this famous actor says the vaccine is dangerous. So I'm not getting it. If someone that's successful believes it, then it must be true, right? We have seen this a lot where people that are incredibly powerful, influential are doing something, and then we appeal to them. We say, oh, well, if they're doing it and they're successful and they're educated, so it must be good. Not necessarily, okay? Not necessarily. And we've seen it multiple times. We have people say vaccines are they're not vaccinating their kids, and it's usually very wealthy people. The problem is that wealthy people can afford to isolate themselves. I don't think the average person can. So vaccines would be, not getting a vaccine for your child would actually put them in danger. You don't know if they can actually survive, the common colds or these diseases, childhood diseases on their own. And more so, they could be spreading it to others. Okay. So that is appeal to authority. It's saying that if somebody, an institution, or somebody that's famous is doing something or believes in something, we need to believe that too. Okay. All right. So let's go through these ones again because these ones are pretty new. So the hasty generalization, okay, it's making a sweeping statement just because you have an experience of one thing. All right. It's saying, well, I met two people from China and they were very, very intelligent. So everybody there must be intelligent. That's not true. It's the same as saying that, oh, I went to one country in Africa and it's very poor. So all African countries must be poor. That is not true. That's generalization. You have to actually do the research. You actually have to check. You actually have to visit it yourself to make that conclusion. Okay. Either or fallacy. All right. It's saying as if there's only two alternatives. You either do this or that happens. That's not true. Okay, there's often multiple alternatives and ways to go about something. All right. Bandwagon is saying that everybody is doing it. Why shouldn't we do it? Okay, that is probably the worst thing that you could possibly do is jump on a bandwagon. And then the last one, appeal to false authority, as it says, just because celebrities or someone who's in a higher position or institutions that have a certain reputation say something is good or believe in a particular system doesn't necessarily mean that it is the best system or that it's even healthy or good for us. Okay. So those are the things that we need to avoid when we are doing a debate. So when you prepare your debate, you always want to make sure that you focus on the core issue, the claim. When you refute, when you counter argue, make sure that you're counter arguing with facts. Stick on the data. Do not go out of the data, okay? Because then you're starting to use things that weakens your argument. All right. So I'm going to stop sharing this and I'm going to share the form that you need to fill out. I don't know if I hope I didn't close. I think I closed it. 1 second. Let me see. All right. And it's a form on Google that you can look at and complete. I don't understand why it's not an option here. Okay, here it is, the option. Okay. All right. So let me show you guys. This is the form that you have to do. As you can see, it says logical fallacies part 2. So it says there, determine which logical fallacy this is. And then you click on the right one. Completed. It's going to go into your participation points, right? It's one of the last things that you can do to help boost your grade. Okay, that's it. And then the next video I'm going to share with you is the debate itself. And it's going to teach you how to put it together. It's going to be fun, it's easy, and it's something you can do with a partner. Okay. All right. Thank you and take care.